Welcome everybody. Let's get straight into it. We'll be talking about Volbeat. Volbeat and Illumise were both pretty garbage. I have not yet decided if I'm going to record them separately or together, so I'm just going to wing it. I might record them together if this recording ends up being like 10 minutes. Otherwise, I'll record them separately. But Illumise also has its own dual typing, and Illumise is Bug Fairy, and I'll explain that in the Illumise video if I do it separately. But Volbeat is Bug Electric. That's a very common request for people. I think it makes enough sense. They already learned moves like Thunderbolt and Charge Beam and not Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Charge Beam, Shockwave. They learn all those moves by like tutor and stuff. So, Lightning Bug, funny, or like, Firefly. So they're Bug Electric. I get it. I don't think it's the absolute most fitting type because they just glow. They don't have to be electric type to glow, but it's a cool typing. And it's the only other ones besides Vikavolt and Galvantula who are going to have their own liability and stuff. And also, Volbeat is by far the bulkiest of the three Bug Electric types, and Bug Electric is actually a pretty decent defensive typing, all things considered. So that's pretty cool. I remember it has like some pretty solid resistances, right? Let me triple check. Galvantula. Yeah, Electric, Grass, Fighting, and Steel. Although it doesn't resist Fighting anymore, excuse me, because... No. It does resist Fighting. Sorry, it's the other way around. It still resists Fighting. Yeah, Bugs resist Fighting. So, it resists pretty solid and only 2 weaknesses, so that's pretty good too. So, stat-wise, it's gotten some much-needed improvements because for some reason it had fucking 73 base attack and 47 base special attack. I guess they thought that +2 special attack Tail Glow in Gen 3 was too strong for this thing, apparently. Dear God, they made him terrible. So yeah, he was pretty useless. Once he got Prankster, he was a lot better. Still not that good, but made him a little bit better. But obviously now in this with the power levels in his hack, he's gonna need a lot more to be viable than just Prankster. Not to say that Prankster isn't a good ability, because it is. It's a great ability. So stat-wise, they are much bulkier overall. 70, 89, 106 bulk is very good. And then they have a solid 85 base speed, which can be boosted with moves like Quiver Dance, Lunar Dance, and Agility, and also Electro Ball. All of those moves will boost your speed. Electro Ball gives you +1 speed when you use it, which is really strong, as well as Quiver Dance giving you +1 speed, +1 special attack, and then Lunar Dance has Quiver Dance's old effect. I know, a little bit confusing, but Lunar Dance gives you +1 special defense on top of the original Quiver Dance boost, so that's really great. And that's great for setup. And then also, of course, they get Power Glow, which is a move that gives you +2 special attack from Tail Glow. So if you go here, you see what Luminescent does, because in this hack you do have access to infinite ability capsules. So for most boss fights, especially earlier in the game, you're going to be running with Prankster every fight, because there's no real reason to run Luminescent yet, because none of your moves are inaccurate yet. Your first inaccurate move is like Aeroblast, and that's only 5% chance to miss. Your better Luminescent moves come later with stuff like Thunder, Hurricane, Focus Blast, Flash Cannon, Plasma Shot, and Bug Bomber. Those are your best moves, so I'm going to talk about what those do now. So Luminescent is ability, it gives it +10 boost to its accuracy, 10% accuracy boost, excuse me. So here I have a really nice guide that you can check out all these moves with. Obviously there is a more detailed move guide, which I would definitely recommend checking out. You can find all of this in the description down below, by the way. You can find these Google Sheets in the description, so I would definitely recommend checking all that out. As you can see here, there are tons of move changes and buffs. Basically every move is changed or buffed, so yeah, really cool stuff here. But back on topic. If you go to the ability guide, you can see Luminescent, and its best move with Luminescent is the 90% accurate moves, because those become 99% with Luminescent, which is great. This guide is actually... No, this is accurate, never mind. So, yeah, I'm going to go in descending order. So you have Flash Cannon, which is 110 base power, and 50% chance to drop your opponent's special defense, and that's good coverage, especially for, like, rocks and stuff. So that's good coverage, and then you can hit that. You can hit them with that 110 base power move, and it has 99% accuracy with Luminescent, which is really nice. And then you get Thunder and Hurricane, both of which become 94% accurate. So you have 120 base power stab Thunder, and then Hurricane for coverage, which are 120 base power moves, are very, very strong. And then lastly, you have Focus Blast as well, sorry. Focus Blast is 130 base power and is also 94% accurate. And then 94% accurate with Luminescent, of course. Obviously, with Prankster, they're back to their original accuracy, 85 in this case. And then lastly, you do have Plasma Shot, which becomes 77% accurate, which is pretty solid, considering that it's a 130 base power move that always burns. In fact, let me, like, underline that, italicize that, or something so people don't miss out on what that is. So yeah, that's really strong, Plasma Shot. What you could do is actually you could run Wide Lens and luminescent, and that will give you, because wide lens is now buffed to give you a 15% accuracy boost. So 70 times 1.15 times 1.1. Now your plasma shot is 88% accurate, almost 89% accurate. I might round up, I forget. So 88, 89% accurate, almost 90% accurate, okay? And that's a 90% accurate move almost that is 130 base power, stab, and always burn. So that's really great as well. Definitely worth considering. Not to mention with the wide lens, Thunder and Hurricane will never miss. So instead of being 94% accurate, they'll go to 100%. A little bit overkill. You know, you might want your other item slot, but it's still something to consider. Keep in mind they can also just run flat out. You know, like for some boss fights, you might just want to run Choice Scarf or something. You know, 85 base speed is a pretty good C tier for all those boosting speed options. And then of course they are very tanky, especially with infinite EV training. You can easily just switch your EVs around. So for one boss fight, you might need physically defensive. Next boss fight, you might need especially defensive. In fact, you can actually get away with running 0 special attack investment and just running your setup moves, such as, you know, Power Glow or Quiver Dance. Of course, those moves all have nerfed PP, and then Luna Dance later on, of course. And you also get Nasty Plot and Calm Mind by a TM, which is great. Nasty Plot being an earlier version of Power Glow, which is just worse. Not that it's a bad move, it's a great move. So they also, for Prankster stuff, they get dual screens and parting shot, which is incredible. Prankster screens, Prankster parting shot, Prankster encore, Prankster wish, Prankster roost, Prankster, well, trick, I believe I already made trick priority actually. But all that stuff is really, really great, okay? Even stuff like Prankster Magnetize, Prankster taunt, etc. That's all incredible stuff. And then you also have really good stab options. So stuff like Volt Switch, Charge Beam, Shockwave for priority, Silver Gale for priority. Both of those are priority options. You have a bunch of good utility moves like Prankster, Rain Dance, Sunny Day, Grassy Terrain, or Electric Terrain can be very good team support. You can set that up for your teammates with a Terrain Extender or a Damp Rock or a Heat Rock, you know. Then you can Parting Shot out, you know, Prankster, Parting Shot. You could literally run like Prankster Screens plus Electric Terrain, then Parting Shot out. Prankster Screens plus Rain Dance plus Parting Shot out. It's a great support mon. You don't have to run Volbeat offensively at all. You can run pure bulk and pure offensive, pure utility moves. So it can really do both. It's a great utility Pokemon and it's a great offensive Pokemon. And the best part of this ROM hack is that you do have access to infinite usability capsules and instant EV training, so you can easily just switch your moves around and change what you're going to do for each boss fight. One boss fight, you might do that supportive role. Next boss fight, Volbeat might be able to sweep. It's up to you. Or, you know, you might be able to just get some, you know, strong attacks off, you know, specs. Oh shit, that music switch fucked with my head. They also get very good coverage. So they have, of course, all the Bug Electric Dual Stab is pretty damn great. And then, of course, they also have Fairy coverage, Ghost coverage, Psychic coverage, Fighting coverage, Grass coverage, all kinds of great stuff right there. And Flying coverage as well. With, you know, all these moves, as you can see here. Also, even Water coverage, technically with Water Pulse, which they learned before. I did not add that. That's just something they weirdly got before, because Pokemon's fucking weird sometimes. Oh, lastly, I didn't mention Bug Bomber and other moves. So yeah, Flash Cannon goes to 90% accuracy, as does Bug Bomber. Bug Bomber is a move that's essentially special bug-type surging strikes, which is incredible because it bypasses things like Tanga Berry, Sturdy, Focus Sash, Multiscale, Energy Shield, etc. That's really great. Bug Bomber Luminescent is extremely powerful for sure. It becomes 99% accurate with it without any other things. Also, they get ice coverage at Icy Wind, by the way. That's a pretty good move. 60 base power, so that's cool as well. Yeah, it's super fun to use, man. This would be so sick to you. Even just like Prankster Sub, Roost, Lunar Dance, like that's a great set, you know, or Quiver Dance if you were using earlier. It's also a really pretty solid Baton Passer. Baton Pass is negative priority now, so no matter what ability you have, it's always going to move last for the most part, because Prankster only moves it up by 1 priority bracket, I believe, so it'll still be -5 priority with that, so it's not that great. But it's still, you know, they're bulky enough to get Baton Pass off reliably, and they have stuff like Lunar Dance or Power Glow or Calm Mind or all these other moves that they can Baton Pass away to your teammates, and that's great. Yeah, Light Screamer Fuck is one of your best, and then obviously Prankster Party Shot's insane. So you could totally just run those 3 moves plus some other filler move, you know, Encore, whatever. You don't even need to run attacks. You could really run purely utility Volbeat and just support your team and get some sweeps going with the other teammates, or just, you know, debilitate some threats. You also have Prankster Charm and Prankster Befriend. Charm drops attack by 2, Befriend drops special attack by 2, so that's incredible utility as well. Yeah. Actually, I think I am going to talk about Illumise, so let me just put a little timestamp. 9:29. Okay, so 9 minutes and 30 minutes. 9:30. All right. Actually, let's just check what it is now. Okay, 9:40. 9:45, I'll just say. All right, 9:45. All right. So Illumise, everybody. If you skipped up to here, hello. So Illumise, obviously, as I said at the beginning of the video, is a bug fairy type. Both of them don't make sense to be bug electric because Volbeat is the one that makes the light and glows and shit. Illumise is just the one that guides You know, it's like real fireflies in real life. Only the male ones, I believe, blow. I'm pretty sure the female ones just make these little pheromone trails that the males use. I forget exactly how it works. I'm not too knowledgeable on fireflies, but I know that like they're attracted to it. But this is okay. This is irrelevant as hell. Let me shut up. So, if you watch the first part of the video, I'd recommend watching that because a lot of this stuff kind of overlaps. All of the prankster stuff overlaps, but if you didn't watch that first part, I'll quickly summarize prankster sets, which are incredible, by the way. So you have very good bulk, 70, 89, and 118, and then you also have prankster with stuff like parting shot, dual screens, taunt. Trick should not be. No, trick is good. Yeah, prankster, taunt, prankster, parting shot, prankster, light screen, reflect, encore, charm, befriend, wish, roost. All kinds of substitute, dreamy kiss, which is a sleeping move. That's 85% accurate. That's incredible. Illumise has an arguably much better ability than Luminescent in tinted lens. So that's incredible. It also makes up for Bug Fairy being not the best offensive combo, although with Bug's offensive buffs, it actually is not terrible. Pretty solid, but in this case, it's even better because Tinted Lens means you don't have to worry about anything else. You can literally just run only stab moves. You can run one attacking move on your entire set and then just run three utility moves and only one attack, you know, Revelation Dance or Bug Buzz or Draining Kiss or whatever you want to run. You don't need to worry about anything else. Tinted Lens Draining Kiss is incredible with stuff like Calm Mind, Nasty Plot, or Quiver Dance, or later on Lunar Dance. So Quiver Dance gives you +1 speed and special attack only, while Lunar Dance has Quiver Dance's old effect. So those are great boosting options for sure. Prankster is just a super awesome, powerful ability on these guys, both of them. You also get Prankster Sweet Scent and Aromatic Mist on Illumise. Sweet Scent is just, Aromatic Mist is just double Sweet Scent, so Sweet Scent drops special stats by 1, Aromatic Mist drops the opponent's special stats by 2. So those are both really, really useful. Yeah, I don't know, there's really not too much to say because like Volbeats required more explanation with the luminescent moves, but otherwise they're just insanely useful utility mons. They're very tanky. Bug Fairy is pretty good defensively, if I remember. Let me check the Volbeat and see. Pretty sure it's good. Yeah, that's pretty damn solid. They do have a decent amount of weaknesses, but you also are resistant to grass, bug. No longer bug. You don't resist bug anymore because Fairy doesn't resist bug. Fairy does not resist bug anymore in the attack. You can see those type changes in the description down below. There's not too many. Just bug and ice got buffed. I didn't want to go overboard with those. So, yeah. You resist. You do resist ground still. Yeah, excuse me. So you resist ground, dark, fighting, grass, and that's it. And then you're immune to dragon. So that's pretty solid. Man, that is so strong. So yeah, Tinted Lens is insanely strong. Even with 106 special attack, Tinted Lens, you know, you can even just run spec sets. You have dual stab priority here with Pixie Dust and Silvergale, so you can use Nasty Plot, Pixie Dust, Silvergale, or whatever, and go off with that. Or Draining Kiss, Silvergale, you know, Draining Kiss to kill yourself, Silvergale to do that. You also have Siphon, which is better than Draining Kiss, actually. I forgot to mention. Siphon is the same power as Draining Kiss, so they're both 50 base power. Draining Kiss heals you by 75%. Siphon heals you by 100%. So you could definitely use like Siphon plus Pixie Dust or Silvergale and just go to town with Tinted Lens. And really, you know, that's another good thing is that these two abilities have great synergy when it comes to like the moves that you're going to be running. So with this hack, like I said many times now, you do have infinite ability capsules, but you don't have to change your moves around really. You can run the exact same move set. Maybe switch around a couple TMs, you know, maybe with Prankster, you're going to be running Parting Shot and Dual Screens, and then with Tinted Lens, you're going to be running, you know, other stuff like Setup, maybe, or Specs, or whatever else it may be, or you can still do those utility moves, because Tinted Lens isn't just an offensive ability, it's also a good defensive or utility one, because it allows you to not have to run coverage moves. They still do get very good coverage, so you can still sweep if you need to. For example, a neutral Bug Buzz might not kill something, while a super effective Aura Sphere, or Energy Ball, or Thunderbolt, or Psychic, or Shadow Ball might kill them, so definitely still worth using coverage, but they don't have to anymore, which is really nice. They already had Tinted Lens before. Actually, Illumise has had both Prankster and Tinted Lens. These are not new abilities, by the way. So you might be thinking, Tinted Lens kind of weird, isn't it? I agree. I actually initially had Tinted Lens planned for Rabambi because I think it makes a lot more sense for Rabambi's design. However, I opted to let Illumise keep Tinted Lens, not only because it's a worse Pokemon, or at least it was a worse Pokemon. Obviously, every Pokemon's incredible now, and I would argue Illumise might be better than Rabambi. They're different Pokemon. Rabambi is much faster and has different utility moves, but Illumise is awesome. And dude, Prankster with this bulk, like it's 70, 90, it's basically 70, 90, 120 bulk overall if you round it up, and that's really solid. Same, Volbeat is a little bit less bulky specially. That's the only stat difference, by the way. Their special attack and special defense is swapped. I think that's very fitting, and that should really be the only difference between the two stat-wise, in my opinion. These guys are so cool. Yeah, I don't know. There's not too much else to talk about with Illumise. It's just a great tinted lens prankstermon, incredible utility, good bulk, great coverage, awesome Pokemon, really. I'm gonna leave it off there. The prankster sleep move is really good as well. Again, keep that in mind. You can run like wide lens, Dreamy Kiss. Dreamy Kiss is 85% accurate. Sleep moves always last for 2 turns now, so you can use Dreamy Kiss, prankster, wide lens, and that becomes 97% accurate. And you essentially have a prankster 100% sleep move, and then you can guarantee it get off, you know, a Lunar Dance or a Calm Mind or whatever else it may be. Another good thing about prankster is you can actually get off a Lunar Dance or something else before the opponent taunts you. So, for example, you're using a setup on the taunt lead, which most leads will have taunt or some other way to phase you out or stop you from sleeping, then you should definitely take advantage of that and get that priority status move off versus them. You can even just put them to sleep and then set up. So yeah, Tinted Lens Prankster, both of them are incredible abilities. You do have infinite ability capsules, so you should be switching between those two, not just running one. I really love both of the buffs here. Super awesome, super cool. You could argue Illumise is a little bit better than Volbeat, but I think Volbeat's typing and more offensive capabilities make up for the fact that Illumise has better, a quote-unquote better ability, because Tinted Lens is arguably is overall better than Luminescent. Because Luminescent's a very minor accuracy buff, it's only 10%, but also flavor. Like I couldn't justify not giving him Luminescent. Like, look, he's literally like the Tail Glowmon, you know. Of course, he's gonna get Luminescent. Regardless, they're both great, both incredible. I would love to use either one of them now. Very, very, very obscure Pokemon now given new life, as always. The type changes are nothing new. At least the electric typing, that's nothing new in ROM hacks. But I think my spin on it is obviously unique. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this kind of video and you like these buffs or these changes, definitely make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Also, you can join my Discord server in the description. You can check out my other videos, and most importantly, I do recommend you check out those Google Sheets in the description if this kind of thing interests you. Also, make sure you drop a like and leave a comment down below. That would be helpful for the YouTube algorithm to get my videos boosted. So thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much if you do subscribe, and bye-bye.